Been a very, very long time. Hey guys, what's up? It's Gabby and welcome back to the channel. Today's video is going to be a complete kitchen makeover. I'm so excited to finally be sharing this video with you guys. I've been filming this video for a very long time and a lot of life has happened in between the time of me filming and me posting this video. So if you guys want a life update, definitely be sure to stick around to the end of the video because I have lots of things to update you guys on. If you guys are interested in watching all of the details on how we were able to get this kitchen together, be sure to check out the last couple videos that I posted. The last couple videos are actually the kitchen makeover vlogs, so if you guys are interested in seeing the behind the scenes and all the nitty-gritty details on how we were able to do this kitchen makeover by ourselves, be sure to check those videos out. I'll leave them down in the description and also up on the cards here. If you enjoy content like this, be sure to give this video a big thumbs up, comment down below with what you guys think, and be sure to hit subscribe. And without further ado, let's get started. This is my kitchen. When we first moved in, our kitchen was rough. Pretty sure it hadn't been updated in probably at least 20 to 30 years, and it was definitely showing. The floors looked filthy. No matter how hard I scrubbed, this is what it looked like. The backsplash was like this weird brown green color and not in a cute trendy way, and it was just time for an overall upgrade. So I decided to do just a quick refresh using super inexpensive DIYs. I was able to paint the backsplash and do some peel and stick tile. Honestly, we were able to live with the kitchen like that for a good year and I was happy. However, we had always envisioned a beautiful modern kitchen, and so this is the inspiration for our kitchen makeover. Really wanted the space to be light and bright, and so I opted for lighter color cabinets as well as a lighter backsplash because that's gonna help bring in a lot of brightness to the space. Other thing that I felt like was going to add a very luxurious updated look is to run the countertops up the backsplash instead of having a separate backsplash. I just feel like it's going to be super clean, and it's also going to be really easy to clean the backsplash because there won't be any grout lines. Finally, I decided that I wanted to change the location of the refrigerator. The refrigerator was right next to the back door, which is mainly what we use to get in and out of our house. So if somebody was standing at the refrigerator, no one could get inside of the house. That posed to be really annoying when we were doing things like dropping off our groceries. I just feel like this is going to add a lot more function to the kitchen. So now that you guys have seen the inspiration, let's get started with the makeover. Here. The first thing that we decided to do was completely remove the wall between the kitchen and dining room. There are two really large French doors in the dining room that bring in a ton of light, and none of the house gets to see it because there's so many walls in our house.
The whole thing is up and down.
Did you get it?
Oh, how are we gonna do this?
Well, just take this off. Put this outside.
I found this wallpaper behind the cabinet. This should be the original. Oh, cool. Ah! Alright, this is not worth it. Hold on.
The wall between the kitchen and dining room really added a lot of brightness to this space. So my husband and I decided to do the demo ourselves. Then we ended up hiring out the electrical, the plumbing, and the HVAC relocation. That was just way above our expertise and we were absolutely not comfortable touching that stuff. So once the wall was removed, there was kind of like a stall in our project just because our first contractor was just really bad. Our next set of contractors came and fully demolished the rest of our kitchen. Everything was down to the studs in this place, and it was a little scary looking at it, but it was really exciting. We decided to go with these darker slate looking floor tiles. While our contractors were installing the floors and reinstalling all of the drywall, we went ahead and built our own cabinets. Okay, so we are getting ready to build all the cabinets. We have 8 to build today, so wish us luck. So this is the cabinet that goes underneath our sink. So the cabinets that we decided to go with were from this company called Valleywood Cabinetry that we bought off of Lowe's.com. The really great thing about these cabinets was that they were fully plywood construction cabinets, which means they were really good quality. They also had soft closed hinges included with them, and they were just overall really good quality. The only problem with them is that they were ready to assemble, which means we had to assemble the cabinets ourselves, which was a lot bigger of a task than I think we initially thought. Building the first cabinet literally took at least 4 hours, but once we got the hang of it, building the rest of them were much easier. Once all the cabinets were built, it was time to fully install them. All right, so we are using our laser level to find the highest, or I guess lowest point in the wall. It looks like there is about an inch difference between here to here. And so now we know that we need to shim this side up in order to be at the same level as this side. All right, y'all, we officially got one cabinet in. Now we're working on the second one. This one we're gonna have to cut. We used a laser level to make sure that everything was even. And again, with this came a lot of learning. And so putting up the first cabinet literally took another 4 hours. But once we got the first one up, rest of them went up pretty easily. The only other issue that we ran into was that the pipe for the hood vent went along where the old soffit used to be. And so we had to cut 2 of the cabinets, which was kind of a bummer because I was really looking forward to that being extra storage. But I feel like functionally, it is much better to have a hooded vent that exhausts out of the house than to have one of those vents that kind of recycle the air. Eventually, our house would end up smelling. And so ultimately, I think from a functional standpoint, it had to be done. To make sure that the cabinets were flush and put together properly, we used a special clamp. Michael picked up this little gadget. He picked up this little cabinet clamp. It's from Bessie Tool. And the purpose of it is to keep the faces together. There's one that tightens it horizontally, and another one that tightens it, I guess, like it pushes it inwards, and then you drill in from the sides of the face frames. So there's a little hole in it where you can drill in a pilot hole. So you see that little black thing? That's what Michael just screwed the pilot hole into. And then you can move it away and drill a cabinet screw into it. We're using 2.5-inch cabinet screws. So the kitchen was really starting to come together once all of the cabinets were installed. This is the progress that we made. Today we were able to get all of the cabinets and countertops up. We were able to get the dishwasher one in, which surprisingly was very difficult. Tomorrow the contractors are going to come and do a final walkthrough. But yeah, this is what it's all looking like. We're super excited. Once the cabinets were installed, it was time for the countertop company to come out and measure for our countertops. While the countertops are being fabricated, we went ahead and started working on painting our brand new doors. One of the other things that we did with our kitchen was we completely replaced the back doors. They were just in awful shape, and unfortunately my dog decided to eat the bottom of one of the doors, and so they needed to go. We replaced them with fiberglass doors that had the full window panels just to make sure that all of the light could flood into the room. I decided to just go in and paint it white just to match the rest of the doors in the house. Now that all 3 of the doors were in and the cabinets were in, it is time to finally choose the hardware. For our doorknobs, we went with doorknobs from Slade. For our cabinets, we had two choices. We had these knurled options, which my husband chose, and these fluted options, which I chose. I personally, of course, love the fluted option, but we decided to go with the knurled simply because we did rock, paper, scissors, shoot, and my husband won. So that's the hardware that we decided to go with. I will leave everything down below. As far as lighting goes, in the dining room, we installed this beautiful linear light that has these circular globes. More on that in the next video. I really wanted the lights in the kitchen to match the lights in the dining room, and so we decided to go with these globe lights from West Elm. They are absolutely beautiful. Now it was time for appliance delivery, and this is always so nerve-wracking. They're here. She's so pretty. Even though I measured 100 million times, I still wasn't 100% sure that everything was gonna fit. And fortunately, everything fit in the spaces that it was allotted for. However, the refrigerator door wouldn't open, which really broke our heart. Ended up having to shop for another refrigerator. Because our kitchen is so small, the refrigerators that could fit in that small slot were not very many, and so we were fortunately able to find this refrigerator from Samsung. All right, y'all, so before I show you the final reveal, I want to remind you of what the kitchen looked like before. The kitchen was kind of a mess. Floors were a little icky. The backsplash was this weird brown green color, and with a lot of tender love and care and patience, we were able to transform our kitchen into this. Alright y'all, so that was it for our kitchen makeover. I hope you guys enjoyed it. It was definitely a labor of love and it took literally months to do, but I'm so glad we were able to do it. I know that I have been MIA for a while on here and there is a really good explanation for it. My husband and I had a baby. This is our baby girl. She was born in October and a lot has happened. I can't even say this was the only thing. So yeah, in the middle of our renovation, we found out that we were pregnant, which was really big news. We also found out that we had to move. So a lot of the DIYs and like projects that we had planned for our house had to be sped up and finished really fast, which means I didn't really have a lot of time to edit and post these videos. However, I will say that I have filmed everything and I am gonna be able to share it all with you guys. So yeah, thank you guys so much for sticking with me. Thank you guys so much for sticking around to the end and for watching this video. I really appreciate you guys and I'm so excited to finally be back and to be posting consistently again. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up, comment down below what you guys think, and be sure to hit subscribe because we have a lot of really great content coming. See you guys on the next one. Bye.